Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? I hope you have been practicing. In our previous episode, we learned about the materials you need, how to make foundation chains and half double crochet stitch. In today's episode, we'll be learning how to make double crochet stitch. And these are the materials we'll be using. Remember, this yarn is a Nigerian acrylic yarn. The weight is 40 grams. We'll be using double strands, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle and 3.5 mm crochet hook. I'm using double strands just because it's a lightweight yarn. We'll be starting with a foundation chain. First, you make a slip knot by wrapping the yarn around your two fingers like this. Then you pull up a loop and remove your two fingers gently and tighten the knot. Insert your hook into the loop and roll some yarn on your index finger like this. Hold the knot with your two fingers like this, then you yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. Again, yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. Then you repeat till you get your desired length. This is how to make foundation chain. When you don't have enough yarn on your finger, all you have to do is wrap more and continue. Before we start our double crochet stitch, look at the chains. Each chain has two loops, the front and the back loop. We'll be working with the front loops only. If you're making a half double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook into the third chain, yarn over again and pull up a loop. You have three loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the three loops at once. But for the stitch we are learning today, which is double crochet stitch, you yarn over, insert your hook into the third chain, yarn over and pull up a loop. You have three loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through two loops only. Then you have two loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through the remaining two. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over and pull up a loop. You have three loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over again and pull through the remaining two. This is how to make a double crochet. So continue making one double crochet into every chain till you get to the last chain. Remember, the two chains you skipped at the beginning counts as a double crochet. Your work should look like this. When you get to the last chain, you make a double crochet there, just like you did in other chains. This will count as our row 1. To start row 2, you chain 2 and turn your work. The chain 2 counts as a double crochet. Then you start making double crochet from the second stitch. But if it's a half double crochet, you chain 1, turn your work and make a half double crochet into the same stitch. That's the first stitch. So for double crochet, you chain 2, turn your work. The chain 2 counts as a double crochet. Then you go into the second stitch and make a double crochet. Continue making one double crochet into every stitch till you have 2 stitches left. At this point, your work should be looking like this. When you have 2 stitches left, you make a double crochet into the second to the last stitch. We skipped 2 chains at the beginning of row 1, which I said counts as a double crochet. So to end the row, we are going to make 1 double crochet at the top of the first chain. To start row 3, you chain 2, which counts as a double crochet. Then you make a double crochet into the second stitch and continue making 1 double crochet into every stitch till you have 2 stitches left. At this point, your work should be looking like this. When you have 2 stitches left, you make a double crochet into the second to the last stitch. Remember, the chain 2 we made at the beginning of round 2 counts as a double crochet. So you are going to make a double crochet into the second chain. To start row 4, you chain 2 and turn your work. Then you make a double crochet into the second stitch and continue making a double crochet into every stitch till you get to the end of row 4. Remember, the chain 2 counts as a double crochet, so you are meant to end your row at the top of the chain 2 and start a new row by chaining 2. From here, keep repeating the same process for row 3 till you get your desired length or number of rows. At the end of the final row, you make your last double crochet. Then chain 1 to secure your work and cut your yarn off with your scissors. I worked for 7 more rows, which made it a total of 11 rows. And this is the half double crochet stitch we made in our previous episode, and it's also 11 rows. You can clearly see the difference between the 2 stitches. Half double crochet stitch is shorter and tighter, while double crochet stitch is longer and more open. So now we are going to weave in the ends using our yarn needle. Pass the end through your yarn needle like this. Make sure to weave in through the wrong side of your project. This is the wrong side and this is the right side. Pass the yarn needle through some of the stitches at the wrong side of your work, just like this. Then you make sure it's not too tight. You can cut it off with your scissors or you tie it to any of the stitches. For me, I'm going to tie it to one of the stitches before I cut. Repeat the same process for the remaining end. So this is what we have. As a beginner, your stitches might not come out this neat at first. That's completely okay. Just keep practicing, you will improve with time. In our next episode, we'll be learning how to make single crochet before we move on to simple projects. So don't forget to like, subscribe so you don't miss any part of this series. And if you missed any step or you have any question, you can ask me through the comment section. See you in the next episode. Bye.